Is it clear? Good morning, everyone. Today we will start with phonetics. What phonetics is? I believe some of you might already know in our previous classes. We have, if we haven't, we studied phonetics. At least in many of our classes, we have touched the subject phonetics to some extent. So, anyone who knows the definition of phonetics, what it is? Give me some idea it is. One of you said the study of sounds. Of course, phonetics is the study of sounds, but they are not sounds in general. They are actually speech sounds. And it's not a common type of study. It's the scientific study of speech sound. That is called phonetics. Of course, we do have sounds in almost every language, and language, specifically speech, it consists of sounds. So without sounds, we won't be able to speak. Now, how do we produce sounds? Of course, we produce these sounds through mouth. And indeed, every one of you might know that the primary function of our mouth is to eat food with it. But it also has a secondary function. And that secondary function is the production of speech. Now, how do we produce speech, and which parts of the mouth they are involved in speech production? Can anyone give me any idea? Tongue. What parts do we have inside our mouth? Tongue, teeth, lips. Of course, tongue, teeth, lips, and of course there are, and sounds they are not produced only by mouth. It is supported by lungs. It is a process of exhaling and inhaling air. Means you inhale air and then you exhale air. So this process of exhaling and exhaling air, inhaling, it helps in the production of speech sounds. And then this air which comes out of our lungs, it is modified in our oral cavity. Is this oral cavity, it contains the teeth, as you already said, it contains the tongue and lips. Now, when this air stream, it comes out of our mouth, it gets modified inside the mouth. Now, like for example, if I say a, o, ba, ma. Now, you see, in a, I open my mouth, and means, let's say, in ba, I close my lips, and let's say tha, I means take my tongue to the upper part of the mouth and touches the alveolar ridge, that part of the mouth which is right behind the upper teeth. Now, this is how we modify the air stream that is coming out of our lungs. Now, when we produce speech, it actually travels through air. It travels through air and it reaches our ears. Now, in phonetics, we divide this whole process into three categories. The part of phonetics which concerns with the production of sounds, that is called articulatory phonetics. So, we have now, as I said, that the sound travels through ears to reach our ears. So, this is a phenomena totally dealt by the field of physics. So, we will not be concerned, we are not concerned here with the field of physics. But we know that a sound travels through the air and it reaches in the form of waves and it reaches our ears. Then different processes, now how it is received by the air and it is processed by the air to means transfer it to brain. That is what we call the reception of sound, and that what we call as auditory phonetics. So we have articulatory phonetics. What was the other field? That is acoustic phonetics. Sorry. And the third one is auditory.